Hello, Flosstube. Elizabeth Martinez, Phantastitches. This is my Flosstube update. Well, let's call it 130 or 131, whichever suits your fancy. Today is Saturday, August 29th. And I tried to do an update last week, but for some reason it wouldn't load, and I've tried to sort of troubleshoot the problem, checking video format and everything. I don't know what this hair is, but it's sticking out right here. For some reason it wouldn't upload. I tried reloading it and whatever, and I checked the format, and the format seems right. I don't know. So we're gonna see if this uploads. I don't know. And if it doesn't, you wouldn't know because it wouldn't be uploaded. Speaking of hair, I don't know what this is. This is this little hair sticking out. You may have noticed I'm a shorn lamb. I cut my hair. I was trying to grow it out, and it was making me too hot. I couldn't stand it, so I cut it all off. Anyway, this is a channel about cross stitch, not about hair. So I'm going to get into it, and I'm going to try to do it very quickly. The video that didn't upload had a review of the things that are available in our Etsy shop, and I'm not going to do that again. If I can get this file to upload, I may do another file probably on Monday that sort of reiterates some of the stuff that I talked about in the file that isn't, the video that isn't. But I am going to go over some things that I talked about on that video file I think last Saturday, or maybe the Saturday before that, whatever, at some point that I mentioned last week was this, there was a bee sal. It was National Honeybee Day, and Donneray Borough of, is it Borough or Barrow? Of Not Forgotten Farm was sort of hosting a bee sal, which meant you stitch anything with a bee on it. So, excuse me. So I used this little freebie from the Be Well and Stitch, the Home and Stitch, whatever that many designers were doing, the little freebies. And this is from the Blackberry Rabbit. Be Well, and I talked about doing this, I think 2 weeks ago I talked about it, and so I started it. I did the sun is glaring, just a little bit of the wreath part. I didn't actually stitch the bee, but you know, and then I set it aside because I had some other things I had to do. If I didn't open this. But so I did FFO a couple of things, one of which I have with me here, and the other one is I already gave to my mother, and like I talked about it in the video that didn't upload. Oh, sorry, I'm dropping floss and whatever. Okay. But anyway, so after I FFO'd those things after last week, I stitched some more on this, which is Summer Catch Etching by Cecilia Turner of Heart and Hand Needlearts. And I finished it. Do I have it upside down or right side up? Upside down. It goes like this. It's really a pretty quick stitch. It's very small. It's only about like maybe 3 inches square. But yeah, and it's on a sort of an olive green. It's hard to see in this light. It's kind of glary light, but and there's a big old cat here there. But it's sort of an olive drab color. And I was a little concerned that this I used the It had some fancy floss. I think they're color and cotton colors, but it also listed a DMC alternative, and I used the DMC colors. And I was a little concerned that this green wasn't going to be dark enough, and I think I ended up, I want to say, yeah, I went one shade darker on this green than was called for. I think the design calls for 3052, and I went with, oops. I want to say I went a little bit darker, 30, I don't know, I want to say 3051, 3053, something like that. I think I went a little bit darker. And then this is the brown that's called for is 387. And this is 930, this blue. This is 3787, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I think it came out good. And this is going to be, I think, for my dad, probably for Christmas. And I think I might have dropped the, well, here's the DMC that I used. This is, yeah, 3051 is that darker green. I went one shade darker than the pattern called for to make the green stand out a little more. It's a little close to the brown color that frames the picture, but I think it worked out well. And then after I finished that, I finished it probably, I want to say maybe Wednesday or something like that. I worked on this Flamingo kit, and I bought this kit at, I think at Hobby Lobby. It's designed by Marianne Savage, but the kit is a Design-Works kit. And actually, I'm going to take this out of the hoop so that you can see better. So it's a little wrinkly, but so I finished this side over here. The bottom part I have to do. There's like some, let me start to get this out of the glare a little bit. I haven't done all this water. This is sort of an aqua colored water, and then all of the sand, and there's some flowers here in the sand on the ground. But I finished the flamingo except for flamingo's eye up here, and I did all this on the side. And the clouds are a little harder to see because I did dye the Ada fabric that came to the kit. I dyed it blue. You can kind of see them though here pretty well. There's the little cloud at the top, and the middle one, and the third one. And then I did I'm trying to get it out of the glare a little bit, yeah, there. And I did the palm fronds down here, and so I have to do the sand and the water down here at the bottom, and there's some flowers down here. The flamingo, like I said, is done except for the eye here. And right now I'm working on the clouds and palm fronds on this side. That there's a little bit. This is the bottom of this, the fronds and the clouds on this side. So this is the bottom part, and they're all up here, up to even with this one. So I'm almost done with that, and then I'm just gonna do the bottom part. So it's about I'm gonna say maybe 3/4 of the way done. But yeah, I've been working on this one. And this is 18 count Ada, and it, like I said, it came with, the kit came with white Ada cloth, and I just dyed it to look like sky behind the bird. And so this is all like solid stitching down below the bird's legs. So this is all will be covered up by the sea and the beach or whatever. But yeah, I like the way that's coming along. Let me put it right there. And this little koala, I bought during when Australia was having the all the wildfires and everything. So I worked on that, and then I have a little bit of haul. I have some haul that I mentioned last week. One that I actually bought this 2 weeks ago from as part of a D-stash from another person here in Arizona, Karen. I can't think of her last name. She goes by Karen AZ on one of the Facebook groups. But this is Scattered Seed Samplers Spring Meadow. This little bunny. And right here it has the year and Tammy Black, the designer for Scattered Seed Samplers. And I might just do this all, just leave the initials and the year out of there and just do more grass or something. And then I mentioned this last week also. I bought this little owl kit. I think I mentioned it last week and not 2 weeks ago. I don't know. And I bought this Little House Needleworks chart. These is my words. I read this book some time ago, and 2 years ago, I think. And I really liked it. It's a historical fiction novel, I think, set here in Arizona, in the Arizona territories, out here. These is my words is the name of the book by Kathleen Turner. I want to say Nancy Turner. And then Diane Williams designed this sort of a sampler chart. There's a girl in the quilt and the covered wagon in the homestead. And then down at the bottom it says, "A few flowers amidst the vegetables bring bees, all the garden rejoices." Yeah. So, and this, I think the Sarah Agnes Prine is the name of the girl, the woman that wrote this, writes in the first person of this story. Anyway, so yeah, those are things that I had purchased a couple of weeks ago. And then today, actually, before I did this, I had just a tiny bit of haul. I had to buy a skein of thread. I've been looking for this. I probably have it somewhere, but it's I don't know if it's in another project or something, but I hadn't been able to find this particular color, so I went ahead and bought it. And matter of fact, I went to buy it at Joann's not too long ago, last week, I guess, because Joann's had moved. They had the cross stitch stuff in like two little walls facing each other, and they moved it to all along the back wall. So I don't know if it's a bigger area, but it feels bigger. But the one of the bins that was just totally empty was this color. But anyway, so I bought it at Hobby Lobby today. And I also bought some fabric bundles. I did not mean to buy these. I had not intended to buy any fabric. But these are cute little sort of winter and Christmas designs. There's some snowflakes and here's some deer wearing sweaters. And Christmas trees. And there's some more, a different kind of snowman and reindeer, or maybe that's similar to this one. I don't know. It's slightly different. I don't know. And then some more Christmas one patterns. There's some more deer, and this gold. It looks like that's just a generic. I don't think there's any any pictures or it's just fabric. And here is looks like an owl here, and then there's some little snowflake kind of things and trees and some more snowflakes and this other one. So I just saw those and they looked, I don't, I have a lot of fabric and I don't really have, because I keep thinking, oh, that'll make good backing fabric for something, so I have all these fabrics, but fabric bundles, but nothing to do them in. Anyway, speaking of finishing, I did have, like I said, I had an FFO of that pillow, A Mother's Heart, from Lindy Stitches, and I finished it, and I gave it to my mother for her birthday. Her birthday was the 18th. So I finished it, I think, this hair is bugging me, on the 17th, I think. And so while I was working on that and finishing it, I finished this one also. As you may recall, I finished stitching this some time ago, and it had been languishing. And I bought this frame at Hobby Lobby. It's a little easel frame that you can also hang it on the wall. You can, it has this little easel thing. And I took a piece of sandpaper to it because it was very splintery, and I was afraid I was going to get a splinter every time I touched it. But this is the little bunny. Gosh, this glare. I should have shut the blinds before I started filming this, but I didn't. So anyway, so this is just mounted on a piece of cardboard, glued on there, and then glued onto the wooden frame. But yeah, so it's very cute, like that. So there's no like ribbon or embellishments or anything like that. I'm not very good at that sort of thing. I sort of like was thinking, well, does it need, and I don't think so. I think it's okay the way it is. It's kind of plain, but I like that. It's kind of I don't know if you'd call it primitive or whatever, but it doesn't have, it's not fancy schmancy. Anyway, so I think that's about it. All I have. So I think that's all I'm going to do for now, because I'm going to try to see if this video will upload. Like I said last week, I did the video and somehow it didn't, I lost it before so I ended up having to do it again. Look at this glare. And then it wouldn't upload. So I don't know what the problem was, but I tried uploading it again and whatever, and it wouldn't work. So, like I said, if I figure out how to make it work, I'll post it or whatever, but if not, this will have to do. I think that's it. And, yeah, that's all I'm going to do. So I will see you, hopefully, if this works. I'll see you this week and next week and whatever. So again, my name is Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches. Last week, I did an update for our Etsy shop, Three Sisters Creative. And like I said, all that stuff was lost because I still have the video. I just won't upload. But anyway, but go check out the Etsy shop, Three Sisters Creative, and there's plenty of stuff there. There's project bags, notions bags, needle minders, some other things I think. But anyway, so check it out. Scissor fobs and things like that. And I think that is all I have to talk about. So I will, hopefully, this will upload, and I will see you next week. Thanks. Bye.